controller in the world ever. Actually, I want to jump on because I've just flown the Tune RC toothpick, and I flew it with this, and I've never flown either of these two, let alone together. So it sort of made no sense to start. But there you go. So, what do I think? Well, the Radiomaster Pocket. The issue I've got with it. Let me put my drink down 1 second. Otherwise, I'm going to spill it all over myself, and that would be a bad thing. The issue I've got with the Radiomaster Pocket is very simple. There is my hand, and there is the pocket gone, vanished. Vamos. That's my problem. Now, Only Drones will tell you that I have Neanderthal hands, and quite possibly he's right. However, that doesn't really help, does it? Only Drones, you terrible human being. However, I don't hate it. 120p over here. I'm not surprised, mate. At this time of the day, obviously, you know where I am. And the signal here is awful. SOS Death Valley in the chat. Man of Legends last night. Gifted 10 memberships. What an absolute legend SOS Death Valley is. So, yeah, we're talking the world's best controller. And it's this one because you can win it. Poor quality video, wish it was better. I'm really sorry, FPV Champion. Where I am is an awful signal area, and I just thought I'd jump on just to say hello for 5 minutes. If I could do something about the signal, I promise you I would, but it's just the area where I'm in is absolutely, it got better. Brilliant, there you go, I fixed it. You're very welcome. Tim, welcome. Gonzalo, I have a big hand. And to counter it, I use a gimbal extenders. Ready? Look at the size of my hand in comparison to that. Ludicrous. How much is what? The radio or the Patreon? The Patreon tier is the FPV Insider tier, $17 a month. Once we hit, so it's basically what we're going to do is we're going to give away something that is worth the amount of the subscribers we have at the end of every month. This month it's a Radiomaster Pocket. If we get 20 members, it'll be an 04 Pro drone. So the more people that join, the more we can give away. Only Drones is clearly moist because, mate, I'm also sitting in a car with my windows up so people don't think I'm a freak. Well, they know I'm a freak anyway. On the hottest day of the year, like, it's ludicrous. What I will say, though, is this little drone, like, I've never flown a toothpick that's 3.5 inches that has an 04 Pro. I'm not even joking. This thing absolutely ripped. Now, its top end speed was a lot less than I expected, or top end punch was a lot less than I expected. But my God, this thing just completely floated for days. I was upside down. Like, oh, I'll put some shorts videos out later. Honestly, this has surprised me. And it's $100. Like, fucking unbelievable. So good. But yeah, this is the best controller in the world ever. Now, the good thing is, if you try and win this, and you do win it, you will be a literal winner. Because if we look at the screen now, it literally tells you you are a winner. Now, what I was thinking of doing as well, just for a practical joke, but I don't know if I should because it may go to a newbie who doesn't know what they're doing. But I was very tempted to add a bind phrase of winner. So every time they have to bind a quad to it, they either have to change the bind phrase on here or their quad has to be named as winner in the bind phrase. I just thought that'd be quite a funny thing to do, but then I do have a sick sense of humor. So I still might do it yet. You can still enter the Patreon and you can still have a chance of winning this until the review is out. The day the review drops, now bearing in mind I'm filming it now, so it could be any day. The day the review drops, I will do a live stream that day. And whoever is an active Patreon member that day or has been subscribed for the last month, on that day, so it's probably going to be tomorrow or Wednesday, spoiler alert, will be entered into the draw to win this. Now, Only Drones, like, this is nicer than yours. Just saying, it's a lot nicer than yours. Embrace the freak. People leave you alone. Yeah, no, that's very true. Freak. Gonzalo says, forgive me, Gonzalo, I assume that is how I pronounce your name. If it isn't, please let me know. The Pocket is just so practical with so much tech, with Edge TX and everything. I tell you what really surprised me, and like, I know it's not necessarily just the transmitter, it's also the receiver as well, but my DBM on that toothpick was like minus 50, minus 60 at the other side of my field. And like I say, I know a lot of it is to do with the antennas and stuff, don't get me wrong, but it really surprised me, considering this is only, well, everything is 25 milliwatt in the UK, isn't it, officer? But considering it's only 100 milliwatt, it really did surprise me just how well it did. You will have to excuse me and listen to me drinking, I'm afraid, because in my car it is 1,000,000 degrees, and I mean, you might want me to die, I don't know, but it is what it is. So yeah, really, really impressed with this. Like I said, the biggest problem is that's the biggest problem. So where's the back of my hand? So the back of my hand is there. Like, that is the problem with this controller. For me anyway. If you've got smaller hands, I like the gimbals, even though they're not AGO ones. Actually, for standard gimbals, they're quite nice. The lack of buttons is a bit of an issue, but generally speaking, I've got a pre-arm setup. Obviously, you've got 2 3-position switches there. You've probably got enough. You've got the rotary dial. Just poked your prize, sorry. You've got the rotary dial up the top, and obviously you've got the latching switch and you've got the momentary switch. So, wow, I don't know what that was. Maybe I should learn to speak if I'm going to do this. It is a really nice controller. And it was something I expected to hate with a passion, but I don't, and I'm not saying that because I'm you know, trying to plug a giveaway, because I'm not. I just thought I'd let you guys know, actually, now I've flown it. And like I said, bearing in mind, I flew it with that and I've flown neither before. So to be able to fly both brand new things together was, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? It was impressive, it was good. Is it much smaller than T14? I don't know what no, I do know what a T14 is, but I'm trying to think. Is the T14 the one with the rounded edges? Willie FPV, hi. Willie, I've seen your question on the other live stream, and I'm going to check it when I get home later. So I'm not ignoring you. All right, Only Drones, don't ever start rumours like that, because I'll deny it. Willie, I will check it when I get home, buddy. I have seen your comment. I'm not ignoring you. I've just not had time to do it. And my problem is... RAF FPV says I have even the same color, channel colors, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, Willie, the problem is if I reply to your comment on YouTube, it vanishes, and my ADHD brain will just completely forget that I've got to do something with it if it's vanished. So if I ever take a while to respond to comments, it's because I'm dealing with it. But yeah, just bear with me. Tim says black and white OLED with the toggle switches. Oh, yes. Yes, it's much smaller than that. I am going to have a video out, and I'm hoping to do it this week. I've had to wait for this to come in because this had to be included in it, whereby I compare every controller that I've got, and I think I've got 15 of the bloody things. Oh, shit. I've also got the FrSky Nirvana, which I haven't filmed, so I need to add that to it. That's like a Nintendo 64 gamepad. Absolutely incredible it is. Absolutely incredible it is. But yeah, I'd say it's probably not half the size, but it's probably a third of the size, if not a little bit more or a little bit less, depending which way your measurements go. I apologise, I am drinking furiously here inside a car that's 965 million degrees. SOS Death Valley says it's powered by the FC, Willie. So when you plug it into the USB, does that then power the GPS? I think it does, but I just didn't want to give the wrong answer. Like somebody asked me the other day, do the Gep RC ND filters also fit the Icon? And I'm like, I don't know, so I'll try it. So I've waited until today. Obviously, I've tried it. So, Willie says, is it too small? My daily driver is Boxer and is much better than the TX6. I think the Boxer for my hands, like, look at the size of my hands there. The Boxer for my hands is the perfect size. That said, I actually prefer the GX12 now, and also the V14 from Hello Radio. I think ergonomically are the best ones out there. The pocket is just too small for my hands. I was able to fly it, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't live with it every day. I would struggle with it being so small. FRDMTT says, looks good. What's a make and model, bro? This is a Radio Master Pocket. I am giving this away on Patreon. You need to be on the FPV Insider tier before the review drops, and anybody who is will be entered into the giveaway. SOS Death Valley says, yes, it's powered by USB. Thank you so much, SOS Death Valley. I do appreciate that. I know you've built your own, but I'm pretty sure you've built it to the spec, haven't you? Of the Flywheel one. Only Drone says it's not the spec, not the size, it's what you do with it. Which is right, because this is only 3.5 inches, and yet I rammed it around today. I had it in every nook and cranny, every crevice. Fast, hard, repeatedly, non-stop, over and over and over again. And I lasted 5 minutes. On a 660 mAh LIHV. FRDMTT says, okay, cool reputation then, bro. I do like Radio Master. I do like Radio Master a lot, actually. But I also like Jumper a lot. And Hello Radio are starting to impress me, but I still haven't got... yeah, side mounted antennas are actually, it balances the weight lovely. The center of gravity in this is lovely. It's slightly far forward, so if you just put the battery a little bit back, it's so easy to get that center of gravity balance, mate. And this is $100. You get the motors, you get the flight controller, you get the frame, you get the 3D prints, you get an ELRS nano receiver as well. $100. Wait till you see the flight footage later, you'll be amazed. I mean, I wish they could do it for $100 with the 04, but that's probably not realistic considering the 04 is like $200. But you know, we can wish and we can hope. And but yeah, this thing absolutely astounded me. I didn't quite realise, because I was looking at it, because we had the debate last night, didn't we, on the live stream about soft mounting the 04, and this is completely hard mounted directly into the TPU. Not even TPU. So is it TPU? Yeah, it's CPU. It's hard mounted direct. Yeah, 04 Pro as well, mate. 04 Pro. No, it's not joking, this. And it's directly hard mounted into it. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Now, I haven't reviewed the footage because I have only just flown it. But when I was flying it, I didn't see anything untoward. So already I'm thinking this is probably going to look really, really good. Now, obviously, we'll check the QC and see how good the solder... Oh, wait, I soldered it. Oh, well, never mind. Obviously, it's amazing. Willie says, my question about GPS is, when I came to the spot before, I will unpack everything. My drone, got all sats via USB, then LiPo and 20 plus sats all the time. Yeah, generally speaking, the first battery that I plug in will take 3 or 4 minutes to get GPS. And once you've got it, every pack after that you'll keep it for without even waiting. So I don't, the thing is with the 04 as well is it doesn't overheat like the 03 did. So I've had an 04 plugged in for about 20 minutes and it hasn't thermaled out. Now the 04 Lite will thermal out after about 30 seconds. The 03 will thermal out after about 3 or 4 minutes, but this just doesn't seem to do it at all. So I'm not really overly bothered. But I understand why people are, don't get me wrong. And it is a nice thing to have, like you say, plug in the GPS, get everything sorted, and then you just literally sit down and fly, isn't it? And away you go. SOS Death Valley says, I just ordered 2 04s last night, and Only Drones wants to know if one is for him. Did you order Slim's Chicken last night? That's the question. I don't care about 04s anymore. I just care about Slim's Chicken. That's all I care about now. If anybody wasn't in the live stream last night, it was pretty wild. It was pretty whack. We had a great laugh, including a history lesson or sort of things. But yeah, if you've not heard of Slim's Chicken, then who are you? Quite frankly, because honestly, Slim's Chicken is amazing. You've not been for Slim's Chicken yet, have you, Only Drones? No, it was a Five Guys in the end, because my guy, Mr. Rumsfeld, didn't live near a Slim's Chicken. And the only other joint he could go to was KFC. But obviously, if you live in America, like, KFC's ghetto, innit, compared to in the UK. SOS Death Valley says, man, haha, KFC last night. Yeah, it was wild, was that? Willie says, say something more about this drone. How it flies. In the sky. whooshing. No, it flies really, really well. It's super, super light. So it's a toothpick. So with the 660 mAh 4S, it comes in at 180 grams with the O4 Pro and the props and everything. Only drones as a born-again virgin. So yeah, will it? Really good. I'm going to put some flight footage up later, but basically it's $100, or no, sorry, $110. And for that, you get the motors. So what are they? They're 1104, 36,000 kV. So they don't have a massive top-end punch, but they're super efficient. And because it's so light, it floats for days. It's like turning gravity off. It's so, so good. You get the flight controller, which is the 4S Tune RC Poly. Excuse me. You also get the frame and the TPU. You just need, and you get an ELRS nano receiver as well. So you get all that for $110. You just need to add your own O4 and props. And it's 3.5 inch. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And like I say, it shocked me because I've never flown a toothpick of this size. I've flown smaller toothpicks, and they're pretty wild. But this was just like, it was literally like I'd flicked a switch on the controller and turned gravity off. It was just so, so fun. But I'll get some shorts up on the shorts later. Sorry, I forgot how to speak. FRDMTT says, all good stuff. Going for a fly. Thanks for the update. Pleasure, my brother. Enjoy. What you're flying, by the way, before you go. Let me know what you're flying, because I am going to have to cut this live stream short in a couple of minutes. Willie says, yesterday I visited their website, and there is TPU STL files to download as well. It looks really nice. Wait until you see the footage later, and then drop a comment if you've got any other questions. I think for the money, yeah, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I've got about 4 or 5 minutes. It stops me having to get out of the car as well. For the money, I think you'll struggle to find a drone of this size that flies better. And it's under 250 grams as well. So not only have you got something that's incredibly capable, my only issue is, and it's probably because I've not soldered it very short, but it's quite long. And obviously the battery goes underneath. You just got to be a bit careful with the wires. But I'm struggling to find anything to say negative about it. It's a bit of a challenging build for a newbie, I suppose, because you've got to have a long screw there and a short screw there, and then you've got to have different screws there, and then you've got to have a different size screw in the flight controller than the other side, and then you've got to have a nut there. So from a newbie's point of view, it's probably a little bit difficult to build. I think the only negative really, genuinely, is it doesn't come with props, but I mean, you all know me anyway. If something comes with props, I'll change it for HQ ones. Anyway, he says sat there with Gemfan props on, obviously, because he's an idiot. But I'll always change it. I'll always change the props. The only reason I put these props on is because these have come off the Avion Nexa, and I know exactly how that flies. So what I wanted to do, it does look fragile. You're absolutely right, but it's a toothpick, isn't it? Name me one toothpick that's not fragile. But I mean, proof is in the pudding, isn't it? Ultimately, yeah, it's a toothpick, so it's not going to be bando bashing. But for what it is, it's pretty impressive. If you're just, especially if you want to do just like some cruising, even in like a more built-up area or whatever, you could add a GPS to it for a bit of redundancy. It's just really, really good. I've got nothing else to say, really. It's just really, really good. And it shocked me how good it was. So that's probably all I can say. I mean, I probably could say more, and I will on the review, but you'll have to wait for that. But overall, no, brilliant. Really, really good fun. Right, that is me done for today. Is the TPU unusual? It looks very nice. What about props in view? No props in view, because obviously if you look at the O4, it's raised up. The TPU is just really good quality. As far as I can tell, it's normal TPU. But it's just really nice quality. It's a little bit like the Avion RC stuff that's printed so well that at first glance you think, is that really TPU? So yeah, that's that really. Right, I'm gonna have to go because it's time for me to go. But it's been a pleasure talking to you guys again, as it always is. And we'll get some flight footage of this out later on. But yeah, have fun yourself, Tim. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for dropping into the chat. You're all absolute legends. Please hit like, comment, subscribe, share. What else, Tim? What else can we tell them to do? And spin around on the spot whilst touching your nose, patting your tummy, and holding your head. Right, I'm going. Peace out. Much love. Bye-bye.